Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Stamping at Noon with Tina Carini. I am Tina. I'm with Stampin' Up. Well, I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the United States, coming to you from Byron, Georgia. So, hey Carol, hey Chris, glad you guys are here. I'm excited to be here. I am so sorry I missed last week. There's just internet issues like crazy, and now I'm having issues with my phone. And hey, Penny, I don't see Penny, but I see someone said hello to Penny. Um, so internet issues, phone issues, still having phone issues. So we're fingers crossed, lots of prayers that we get through the live and I don't lose connection. My phone's just keeps dropping calls. We have bad service out here where I live, and we're with Sprint. And Sprint and T-Mobile, as most of you probably know, merged. And um, we got a new Sims card that was supposed to give us better service, and we have crappier service. So anyway, tried to put the old SIM card back in, and it won't work now. So technology. So I have a super cute card to show you guys today. We're going back to play with Quiet Meadow, I think is the name of it. Quiet Meadow and the Meadow Dies. And we're going to be using some shimmer vellum today. We're going to color on it with our alcohol markers, our Stampin' Blends. So you remember a month or two ago, maybe it's been longer than that. It's probably been 2 or 3 months ago. I showed you guys how to use your blends, your Stampin' Blends with alcohol, and it makes a beautiful background. Well, did you know that you can do that on the shimmer vellum too? So we're going to do that, and it makes a very, very beautiful card, I think, anyway. So you guys will let me know what you think. And then I wanted to mention to you guys that the paper sale is going on right now. I'm sure this is going to show backwards, but the paper sale is on nine different paper packs that you can save 15% on. They're beautiful papers. They're the most popular papers right now. And so that goes on till August 2nd. So stock up on your paper, you guys, because there's a pack of Christmas paper in there too that you can get in this sale. The new mini catalog will be going live August 3rd. So get ready for that. And the second round of celebration is happening too, starting August 3rd. So, okay, you guys, so I hope that you guys are having a wonderful week so far. It is Wednesday. You know I gotta say it. It is hump day. Anyway, I've got to do it. Sorry. So anyway, let me see. I can't think of anything else that I have to tell you guys. So, if you're ready to stamp, let's go ahead and flip the phone down and let's get stamping. Okay, just give me a second. Hopefully I will not hang up. Trying to be very, very careful here. Move my cord out of the way. So there's the papers, you guys. Those are save 15% on those particular papers. So that's an amazing deal. It's an awesome time to stock up on them. And let me get this. I think we're good. How close are we? Hopefully my cord in the way? No. Okay, so these are the papers. 15%, you guys, and it ends August 2nd. Okay, so let's go ahead. Here's the hostess code for any orders that are placed this month. I got peanut shells on here. I was eating peanuts earlier. Okay, here's the hostess code for this month, and here is the card. So we're actually, isn't that beautiful? I think it's so pretty. Can you guys see the background? How that shimmers, and yet with the alcohol and your Stampin' Blends, it just gives that little bit of something. And I used Early Espresso, but in today's cards, we're going to use the Cinnamon Cider, because I know it looks black on y'all's screen, but it's the Early Espresso. We're going to do this card, and then we're going to turn around, and we're going to use the part that we cut out You'll see. You'll see. I'm all tongue-tied. Okay, so anyway, this is the card. And I used thick Whisper White. I stamped off twice and then stamped on so that you could write over it or stamp a sentiment across there. Probably could stamp off 3 times and then stamp. Very hot there. Yes, it is hot and muggy and rainy and bouts of wind here. Yay, I'm glad to see me back on too. Let's see. Okay, so what I've got is a sheet of thick not Whisper White, basic white cardstock. It's 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of basic white, just regular cardstock. This is 5.5 by 3 3/4. Then I have a piece of the shimmer vellum. This is in the pale papaya. It is 5.5 by 3 3/4. And then I have a piece to layer. This is 5, and I didn't write my measurements down. It is like 1/8 of an inch bigger than these. So whatever that is. Well, on one side. No, I cut that wrong. No, these are the wrong ones. Those are the ones we're going to be possibly stamping on. Okay, so it fits on there like this. This is to layer behind it. I'm confusing you guys because I'm confusing myself, so I know. Okay, so we're going to layer behind this so that this will pop when we color it with our alcohol blends, with our Stampin' Blends and alcohol. Then this is going to layer behind it. So it will be like that. But I'm only layering it on the sides. Does that make sense? I only want the sides to be poking out like that. You'll see when I put it together, it'll all make sense. So I only cut one of these. I'm thinking I only need one of these, but I may need both, but I don't think so. Okay, so I am going to keep this over here, and these can go back over here because we're doing 2 different cards using the same technique. This can go over here. Let me get some scrap paper. Actually, it's just computer paper. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to color on this. I am going to color on the pale papaya using Calypso Coral. And you got to kind of act fast on this because the shimmer paper vellum, the shimmer vellum, not shimmer paper, it dries a little faster. So you've got to be like really fast. And I found that when I work in smaller doses, it works better. Okay, so then I'm just really spraying this on. And then I can just, ooh, I got the shakes. Too much coffee, not enough food. Like, I got peanuts, but that's it. I'm going to put a little bit more, and then we're just going to do around like so. I'm going to do another spot over here, kind of like that, and then we're going to spritz that one. I'm really saturating it to get that to really move around. Now I'm going to take my heat tool. It's going to get a little loud, so I'll probably talk a little louder. And we are just going to kind of blow this around a little and kind of dry this. And this is what really makes it really pretty, I think. Anyway, so you can see how it makes it, gives it a little bit of, I think I do need 2 of these actually. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I do need 2. So we'll just cut another one quickly. Okay, so this is almost dry. Can you guys see that? Whoa. Isn't that beautiful? I just think that's so pretty. I love this technique You can also do this on, I got it a little bit too hot right there, so be careful when you do yours. You can do this on the window sheets as well. And it doesn't look like it shows up, but it does. I need, let's go ahead and cut this. And let's, what do I need? We're going to cut this. We're going to cut this at 5.5. 5.5, which it should already be. 5.5 by 3 3/4. Just like that. I think that's all I need of that. I don't know. We'll see. You know, sometimes how your brain, it just doesn't want to think very well. It doesn't want to, you know what I'm talking about? All right, so this one, we're just going to rub this on here. Just like that. I'm going to spritz this down again. Get that going really good, like so. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing over here. Spritz that down. Oops. Make sure you're pointing it the right way. Okay, just like so. I'm going to put a little more in there. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to bring back the heat tool, and I'm going to try not to get it too hot this time. Just moving it around. So cool. I love this so much. And each one is really going to look different too. That's the really cool thing about it. And then if you want to add a little more color, you can. However you want to do it. Alrighty, it's almost dry. Alright, so I am pretty much done with that, but I'm going to put this one out. I'm going to fold this like that. There we go. Alright, so let me close these up, especially this alcohol marker, before it dries, because they do dry out quickly. Okay. There we go. So we've got that and that. So now what I want to do, I think we'll use this one. All right, so this is going to get layered right on here. And I'm not too worried because on here you can't tell where I put some liquid glue. You can't see it at all. If you don't put too much, it's okay. It actually does work. So I am going to put a little tiny bit just around my edges of this. So you can use a sponge and your silicone mat and put a drop of glue on there, some glue, and then dab your sponge in there, and then you can sponge the back of it and it won't show up that way either. So those are just really cool cool little tips there. And then you're just gonna layer this on here the best that you can. Whoops. Just like so. All right, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and do the same thing with this one. I think this is pretty dry. It is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. All right, so we can, I should have made 3 cards because, but I'm not going to. All right, so we are gonna just line this up. Got glue on my fingers. And if it overlaps, it is perfectly fine. You can always trim it. It will be fine. Which that already dried on me, but anyway. Okay. So we can trim this off so that you won't see that at all. You can see I did not put this one on straight. Go figure. Okay. So I'm just going to trim this off. Just like so. That one's not wanting to stick for me. Okay. It will be all right. You guys get the picture, right? I know you do. Because you guys are a bunch of smart ladies. Okay. Let's see here. Well, maybe I can trim this. All right, there we go. So now we have two pieces that are ready to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to layer one. Is that the right one? That's not the right one. That's not the right one either. This one is. So we can go ahead and layer one, or am I? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and layer one right on here. Had to think. So this should line up flush to the bottom and flush to the side, or to the top, and then the sides is what's going to layer out. So it will be just like that. And just like that. Okay? Now if you want to, you can always cut it a little bit longer, because sometimes if you're off just like a fraction, it won't quite go all the way. But I think that that's fine. So there, that's ready to go. This one we are going to die cut from. So I am going to bring in the Meadow dies. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys like this. I'm going to use the same dies that I used on this card right here. So I'm going to go ahead. That one's going to go on there. And this one's going to go on here. I am going to bring in a couple, these two butterflies too, because we're going to use those. Move this out of the way. All right, so, let me stop for just 1 second and just tell you guys about something, because we're not going to do this. To do this, what I did was I cut these two dies right here. I cut them out of the Early Espresso. So what you could do is cut them out of the color that you want to use. So to make this card similar to this one, I would cut these out in the cinnamon cider. But we're not going to do that because I'm going to show you another way to do this. So I am going to arrange these the way that I want them to cut out. Actually, I'm just going to cut one at a time. This isn't the one that I used. I want the one I used. Where is it? It is this one. All right, so I'm going to cut this one right about here. Okay, so we're going to put that through our cut and emboss machine, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to pick this up and run it through. Now, if you don't want that to move around, then you would just use some non-stick tape and tape it down, but I'm okay if it slips a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so you want to save this. Hopefully it cut all the way through. Yeah. So you're going to peel this off of here very carefully. And if you wanted to, you could run it through twice just to make sure that it does cut all the way through. But I think mine did. It's just being a little stubborn here. Because you're going to save this piece right here. You're going to save your die cuts. Okay, so now you have that. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to do this one just like that right there. This one, I am going to put a piece of tape on it because I don't want this one to slide very much. So it's going to go just like that. I'm going to put that across there. We're going to put this right on top and we're going to run this through. Okay. carefully pull this off of here, not to tear it. Just like that. Oh, I didn't think about that. We should have used the sponge. So I am just going to come in here and lightly put some glue just to hold this down better. I didn't even think about that. That's what I get for doing something a little different than what I prepared for, right? Okay, and then just try to line that back up. And then we'll come over here. But hey, we got it, right? We got it. It's not a big deal. There we go. All right. Voila. All right, so now that piece is ready. What that's going to go on now is going to go right on here. It's the same concept, just like so. All right, and then we're going to pop this up. So let's go ahead and pop this up. We're doing 2 cards at one time. So hopefully I can keep it all straight of what I'm doing. I'm not a multitasker, not normally. Okay, so I think I'm going to put a little extra right in here. And I think I'm going to put one right here. And maybe even one right here. Just for some extra support. Alright, so let's go ahead and take all of these off of here. I really hope this turns out the way I had envisioned it. That's the only thing scary about doing something and changing what you planned last minute, and when you don't try it out first, because you know we're being videoed and you can't, there's no do-overs. Alright, so I am going to try to get this right where I want it to be. Keyword, try. Alright, there we go. There we are. And then we can stick. It's not really... There we go. Now, we're going to put this one aside for now. And then we're going to bring this one in. So what we're going to do with that one... well... That's what I get. I should have... What am I looking for? The piercing tool. I'm going to go ahead and poke these out too. So anyway, you guys, sponge your whole thing so that it stays together for you. I didn't even think about that at all. Totally slipped my mind. We are done with this, so I'm going to move this out of the way because it's in my way. All right, so I am going to try to put some glue on that. I don't know. It might be all right. Okay, and then we have, where's the other one? Right here. We have this one. So let's go ahead and poke this out. And hopefully this one will stay together too, at least for this video. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Alright, so this one you can see a little bit more of the variation of the colors, and this one a little bit. I wish you guys could see how pretty it is because I'm looking at the screen and it's not quite as pretty. And you know what? I wasn't supposed to glue that on there, so we got to do that again. So maybe, just maybe, we will do the other one too. I knew I wasn't doing something right. Okay. I gotta get a piece of this. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut this. This is not a big deal. This happens. That's what I get. That's what I get. Okay, so I need 5.5. Actually, I'm going to go this way. 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, which is it already is, and then 3 and 1/8. 3 and 1/8. 3 and 7/8. Sorry, 3 and 7/8. Okay, so all the measurements and everything that you need to make this card will be on my blog by the weekend, for sure. When I say that, I usually have it up either that night or the next morning. So hopefully, I may just have it up that early. Let's see, I'm just going to try because it's wanting to lift on me. There we go. Whoops. Well, come on. Stick. All right, so now we're just going to put these right on here, just like so, like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I'm just going to glue these flat down. So hopefully this will be fine. Okay, so just like so. And then we're gonna, this one keeps wanting to come up on me. So let's get a little more glue on there. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna put some glue on this. I feel like when I miss Facebook Live that it really, I forget how to do things. Okay, so there we go. We're going to do that and that. And then we're going to bring in some scraps of this right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take, here's where our stamping is going to come in. And we are going to, you know what, first, before we do that, I am going to go ahead and use this background that we made. I'm going to cut these two out right here, out of the apple or cinnamon cider. Alright, so just like so. So now we have these, and these will go onto the other panel that we made, that we didn't need. But I'm not going to waste it, so we're going to do it. Okay, so come on, out we go. Here comes my Coda. Actually, it's my son's dog. He is away at camp, so she is having a fit because he's not here. Okay, so I am going to put these over here because that's where they're going to go. And then we're going to bring this scrap in. And we're going to stamp using the little dotty thing right here. We're going to use that. And we're going to use cinnamon cider ink. And I'm just going to ink that up. And then we're just going to stamp this in a couple of places. So kind of just like so, and maybe like so. I probably don't need this much of an area. Well, yeah, I do, because we're going to put it on a couple different cards. So this will work. So you guys are probably wondering, what am I doing? But I'm just making sure that I have enough, which I'm pretty sure I do. All right, so we've got that. So now this is where the butterflies are going to come into play. So we're going to cut these butterflies just like so. Okay, so that will give them a little bit of texture to them so that they will pop a little more. And we're going to pop them up with dimensionals, so that's going to make them even prettier. All right, so I am just going to run a couple of this through a couple of times just to get a few butterflies. I want to get a few butterflies. See, isn't that pretty? I think that's really, really cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so whoops, slid on me. All right, there we go. And I am going to run this through, I think, one more time. I think we'll be good. And if I need more butterflies, we can run it through again. But I think 2 right now is going to be good. All right, or 3 times. 3 times. Okay, so we're going to put that one right there, right there. Run that through one more time. All right, there we go. So, come on. Come on, little guy. Put that over there. There we go. Ah, love them. I think they're so cool. All right, now let me think real quick what we need to do now. All right, so we've got this one. So there's that. So we're going to put one of these butterflies up probably right about here. And then we're going to put one probably right, well, maybe down here a little bit. No, I'm going to put it up here. I think I'm just going to use the little ones for this one. So probably right about here, I think. Or maybe we'll just leave that with one. What do you guys think? You tell me what you think. I am going to put a Stampin' Dimensional. Ooh, what did I get on my fingers? Something red. Okay. Stick that right there. It just does fit on there. No, it doesn't. Shoot. Okay, we'll cut it in half. I got my other one to fit on there, so we'll just put that right there. All right, so that's ready to go. Let me see here, you guys. Are you still with me? Let's see here. Did I lose everybody? Nope, we're all here. Everything's good. Okay, so more than one butterfly, half butterflies. I really think I do want that one right there though. Okay, so now that, I'm going to go ahead and stick that on one of our card bases. So again, this is Thick Whisper White. That is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. One, that's what I'm thinking too. That's what I did on this one. All right, there we go. And then that is going to fit right on there like that. So I am not going to pop this one up because we popped the butterfly up, we popped the vellum up, so we're just going to keep this one just like so. And it could come over a little bit more this way. Come on, slide, slide. That's good enough. Okay, now we just need the sentiment for that card, but we're going to do the same sentiment on all of them. So now we're going to put these in here. Let me poke these little centers out. I love these dies. At first I was a little, it doesn't cut out the flower that's in the stamp set, but they're not meant to be used that way. They're little silhouettes. And I think they're beautiful like that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and glue this one down. And let me tell you, you guys, I think I prefer the Early Espresso because I just think it pops a little more. But I listen to my husband. You know, ladies, when you listen to your husband. Is he on here? He told me it looked dark, you know, so I decided that I would try it with the cinnamon cider, and I really think I really do like it better with the Early Espresso. So I will let you guys tell me what you think when we're all done, and we'll compare them and see. I'm just putting a little glue because this glue does go a long way. You don't really need a lot at all. And then that is going to be just like that. Okay, and then we're going to take another one of these and put a dimensional on there. Let's see here. We'll use this one. This one will work right here. I'll just cut that. I know I cut a half of one somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Okay. I know that happens to you guys too. You get something ready and then it disappears on you. Okay, so this guy here is going to go right there, just like that. I think this one does need more butterflies though. I think this one does. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll wait. We'll wait and see. Okay, so now we've got this one. We glued that on there. I'm not real happy with the way that this is lifting. So if you guys decide to do this, use the little sponge technique, or you can use the, what are they called? I have some somewhere, but I always forget to look for it. I have some of the older stuff that when Stampin' Up! Carried it before. So I haven't bought any new, but it's the same stuff. The adhesive sheets. So you can do it that way, and that would work great too. I am burning up. Okay, so now we are going to put that. Really not liking that. Okay, so like so. And that's going to go right on there like so. Just like that. You know what I don't like about this? This is a little bit different. I really did need a third one. A third vellum sheet. Oh well. So we'll just have a different variety of different ways to do this, right? That works. It works for me. That's really gonna bug me. Okay, so here we go. And then we need another one of these. That's not going to show up on there. So we won't put a butterfly on this one. How about that? All right, so we've got this one, and this needs to go on a card base. So we'll put that on the card base too. And we'll put that right on there like so. Okay, yes, more butterflies. One says one says more. All right, let's see here. Just like so, just like so, just like so. Okay, so there's those three. And then let's go ahead and stamp some sentiments. We're going to use Thinking of You because I really need some Thinking of You cards. Let's see. I'm going to cut these down so it really doesn't matter if they're too big or not. Got my Thinking of You. Got my Cinnamon Cider ink pad. And ink that up. Boy, heavy-handed I am. I am going to just put that right there. Thinking of You. It's not straight, but it'll be all right. Heavy-handed again. Thinking of You. All right, let's do one more. Thinking of You. Actually, let's do a couple of them, and then we'll pick the best ones. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my little mini trimmer. You guys hold your breath, close your eyes. I'm going to cut this right here, and then we're going to cut this. Actually, I'm going to do this way first. I am going to cut that. Yeah, this one's really crooked, but yeah, so we won't use that one. Okay, that one is too crooked. When you cut it down, you can really see how crooked it is. Okay, I am that right there, and then we're going to do this side too. Oh boy. There we go. And then I'm just going to take scissors and clip that. Okay, so that's going to go right across here like so. And then this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to trim that down. We're going to trim this down. Hopefully I didn't trim it too close. And then trim it here. Ooh, got a little close that time. Not to my fingers, to the words, to the letters. Scared Jeff? No, just playing. I scared myself. Okay, there we go. And we're going to cut this one like so. That's going to go across here. One more to trim up. Are you guys holding your breath? I have so much fun with that. Oh, yeah, I could make some pale papaya butterflies for that one card. Or I could take some vellum too, but I think that might blend into the wildflowers. We can try. Definitely try. And then there we go. This one could be trimmed more, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, pushing my luck there. All right, so let's move that out of the way. And then we're going to pop this up. I think it needs a little ribbon on it too, maybe. Let's see here. Well, let's tie a bow and see what we can see. See if we like it or if we don't. Just make a little bow. Got my little ribbon scissors here. You're good. It does look orange on the screen. It's pale papaya. And then when you put the Calypso coral in there, it's really pretty, but it does make it look a little orangier. That's the crooked one, isn't it? Well, that's crooked. We're just going to put that. I don't really like the way that looks. We won't do that. That's going to go across there, like so. We're going to pop that up. So I am going to use these little side ones so they'll fit on there nicer, like so. And like so. And hopefully I put them in the right spot because of the cutout. Thinking of you, just like so. It's a little crooked. All right, we're going to do one more thing on this too. I don't know if I want to use the champagne. I think I like the champagne. We're going to use the champagne. So we're going to put, that's really crooked. Thinking of you. I stamped that crooked too. We're going to put a couple of these right around here. So let's do like that. Here we go. So that's that one. I like it. And then we have this one. We're going to pop that one up too. So I think that one might be wide enough to use a full one. We'll see. I think it is. It is. Okay, so let's do that. And let's put this one right across here. I think I'm going to put that off to this side a little bit. All right, and then let's throw some more champagne ones on there. Thank you, you guys. Okay, we'll just mix these around a little bit, just like that. There we go. There's that one. Okay, and then we have this one, which turned out a little different. And these are really going to bother me. Let's see if I can get this glue to come out a little better. Like that. And like that. There we go. I think I've got it now. Like that. A little bit right here. There we go. That's much better. All right, so do we want to do an orange butterfly? Pale papaya butterfly? Do we want to do a white butterfly with, let's try that, with some cinnamon cider spots? That might be really pretty. Let's try that, see what we think. So we can just stamp that up. and let's cut that out just like so. We'll run that through the Stampin' Cut machine. Oh, it's stuck to the plate. There we go. All right, and then we can put that. What do you think? Is that too stark? Da, 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 da. Aw, thank you, Penny. I enjoy doing it for you guys and showing you different ways to do things. And then that is going to go across here. So let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on that while I wait for you guys to tell me. Don't use the white. Okay. I just dropped my dimensional on the floor. Let's see. Put that there. Put that there. Just like that. No white butterfly. Okay, so you guys don't like the white butterfly. Okay. Back to square one. All right, so no white butterfly. Even what if we put more spots on it? So it's not so white. Let's see. Not like that. Not as white, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's horrible, but I'm not sure I like it either. Okay, so how about I thought I had a piece of pale papaya cardstock. Actually, you know what? We can do that. I'm going to cut two different ones. We're going to cut one with spots and one without. And we're going to go with one of those two. Okay. Here we go. Let's stamp that. Probably way more than I need, but it will work. All right, so I'm going to run this through twice because I'm going to stamp one with spots and one without. Or I'm going to cut one with spots and one without. And then you guys can tell me which one you like best. Here we go. There is one with spots, one without. Here we go. All right, so there's the one with the spots. And then here is one without the spots. No, Carol, I don't have the bees embellishments, but those would be really pretty on here. I sure don't. Okay. I am thinking, which one you guys like? Spots or no spots? No spots? One for no spots. All right, we'll put no spots. Okay, so let's get a dimensional on the back of this guy. Just like that. And just like that. There we go. And then we're going to put some bling bling on this one too. So we got to have our bling. Got to have our bling. Put some there. Put them here. Let's go over here. And there. I'm going to put one more. Right there. And I think, oh, that one didn't have any sticky stickies on it. I think I'm going to put, oh, I'm going to put one more on here too, because I only have 4 and I want to put 5, because I just think things look better with odd numbers when you're doing stuff like this. Even in flower arrangements, you usually use odd numbers. There we go. And then this one, we did not put any bling on it, but I'm not sure if I want to on this one. Let me see. Maybe. I know this looks black to you guys, but it's really not black. It is early espresso, so it's like a really dark brown. Okay, there we go. All right, so tell me which one you like best, and if you prefer the early espresso or the cinnamon cider. Okay, so there we go. So which one is your favorite? Da, 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 da. Uh-oh. Okay, good. You're back in. Early, this one. Yeah, I think I really like that one too. I don't. Let me put that. Oh, I got a couple of them on there. Try to piggyback. Okay, where is my... Here you are. This back on here. All right. Yeah, thank you. So can you guys can see that shimmer, right? I just think that's so pretty. Okay, so that is it. So you can stamp the inside of your card. You can stamp a sentiment on the inside too. You can use the wording. You can use the flower, this wildflower like I did. You can even use this one too. So I think what I'm gonna do, since I already have this one blocked, I'm gonna bring in my cinnamon cider, and I am going to ink this up, and then I'm going to stamp it off. This might be too light, and stamp it right in there. I think that looks really good. And then your inside is decorated, your outside is beautiful, and then we can do the same thing. You can also, I stamped it straight up and down, but you don't have to. You could stamp it kind of catty corner, like that. There you go. So just like that. And then we've got this one. I'm going to do this one. I think I liked it better when I stamped it off twice, so it's like real light. That way you really can write right over it. Okay, there we go. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining me today, hanging out with me during lunch on Wednesday, doing a little stamping and helping me make these cards. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you guys too. And thank you so much if you're watching on YouTube. I really do appreciate your support. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope that you do by clicking the red subscribe button down below, and make sure you ring that bell icon so that you can get notifications of all my future videos that I upload. Okay, you guys, thank you so very much. Again, I will have all the measurements and the supplies that I used over on my blog by this week. Give me till this weekend, but I'm going to try to have it up sooner. If you're watching YouTube, it will already be there, and I will have links for it for you guys. Okay, you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. God bless you guys. Toodaloo.